it. In the NFC West, all three teams playing on Sunday are favored in their matchups, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. The 49ers and Seahawks are both on the East Coast this week, while the Rams are 14.5-point favorites against the Saints. This would be the first time since 2021 the Rams are favored by 14 or more points. Cameron Newton, which of those NFC West teams would a Week 9 loss be scariest for?
San Francisco 49ers step up to the plate because optically, or it doesn't look good having 4 losses. And it's going to get real spooky permanently if you find a way to lose and the others find ways to win. Being in the third, what we're going to see from the NFC is that's the most competitive conference, right? And unfortunately, a winning record team is not going to make the playoffs. And that's unfortunate because now when you have a division that's solely off of guys that has the opportunity to play each other, but you got the Packers, you got the Seattle Seahawks, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, you got the Detroit Lions. Everybody's not going to play, or everybody's not going to make it. So for the 49ers, it will behoove them to collect as many wins as they possibly can. Because if it ever comes down to somebody else having to say so and you don't have control of your destiny, that's the most helpless position to be in as a team, needing somebody else to win or lose for your behalf.
To me, the 49ers have been decimated by injury, which is why I took them out of this equation. But I believe it's the Los Angeles Rams. And the reason is this. The Los Angeles Rams are a legit Super Bowl contender. And I'm not talking about just a team that can make it to the NFC Championship. I'm talking about a team that can go win it. In the next 3 weeks, after playing the New Orleans Saints, and when you play the Saints, it has to be a guaranteed win on your schedule. And so for me, they got the 49ers, Seahawks, and Bucks next. They got to get a win this week.
All right, we've got some breaking news out of the NFL right now. We're just getting all the details as they come in. But the Miami Dolphins have fired general manager Chris Grier. So after last night's loss to the Baltimore Ravens, Miami continues to struggle. We don't know about the future yet on head coach Mike McDaniel, but general manager Chris Grier has been relieved of his duties. Stephen A. Smith.
This is BS. That's the first fire? Really? That's what we doing? Well, what we've seen, what we just finished talking about, there are things that need to be modified, et cetera, but the personnel that they have on their squad, although we're not happy with it, we didn't walk into this season thinking they were going to be trash. We looked at their roster and we said they got some potential. We'll see what happens. It was about Tua. It was about Mike McDaniel. And the brother get fired first. All I know is this. I better hear Mike McDaniel's name today.
Oh, my God.
I better hear Mike McDaniel's name today.
But
it better not be just Chris Grier. And I'm not saying that he don't deserve it because of the way they look. At the end, you at the helm. I got it. I understand it. Listen, I'm all for brothers as head coaches, GMs. We know what battles I've been fighting for over 30 years. Okay, I got it. All right? Because when you don't get the job done, you don't get the damn job done. Period. I got it. Don't tell me it's just him. Don't tell me we going to leave Mike McDaniels in place and we just going to fire him and we going to move forward. Damn that. I don't want to hear. I'm waiting for more news. I can't defend Chris Grier with some of the decisions that have been made personnel-wise. I got it. I understand it. It's unfortunate, but I got it. But I'll be damned if it gets to stop there. Oh, hell no.
The official terminology, just jumping in real quick, the Dolphins and Chris Grier have agreed to part ways.
Okay.
That is the official terminology, just to make sure.
He agreed. He agreed to be unemployed. I got it. Sure.
What if what I was saying was true?
Which is?
Mike McDaniels knew Tua really wasn't his guy. Or Mike McDaniel knew that Tua was not his guy. He has been stricken of the real potency of his offense and his methodology as a play caller. It's been lessened because of Tua's capabilities. I'm not sitting up here saying fire this person or fire that. It's unfortunate for anybody to lose a job. But for Chris Grier, he probably thought to himself, hey, this is our guy. Is it really? Okay, I can win with him. But if it comes to what we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, Now, when we have staff meetings, somebody gonna always say it like this: your boy. Whoever your boy is, you have to win with it and lose with it as well.
Well, I think the first thing, this is just the start of changes for the Miami Dolphins. However Stephen Ross chooses to let people go or fire people or agree to part ways, I believe this is just the beginning. And Chris Greer is someone I've had many conversations with about the methodology in building a team, about the way he tries to construct a roster. And on top of that, is actually just a genuinely good man. Mm-hmm. But this is a success business, right? This is a production-based business. And this team wasn't producing. And whether or not it's Mike McDaniel, whether or not it's Tua Tagovailoa, all of those things are your choices. To extend Mike McDaniel was your choice. To extend Tua Tagovailoa was your choice. And so to start at the top and begin to search for the next general manager that can lead this team into the offseason is what Stephen Ross chose to do. And you better bet that that next general manager is going to make a different decision about the head coach. And after the head coach, you're going to make a decision about the quarterback. This is a process. And if you're Stephen Ross, your decision has to be, how much do I want to change about this team right away? Do I want to go into next week without a general manager and without a head coach? Or do I want to go into the next week with a head coach that can see if he can at least right the ship from a leadership position in our locker room so we can at least evaluate our players throughout the rest of the season?
Adam Schefter's all over this right now. Dolphins senior personnel executive Champ Kelly will lead the Dolphins' decisions leading up to and past Tuesday's NFL trade deadline, per sources. Kelly is their new interim GM. They're going to go into Tuesday's trade deadline with Kelly making key decisions among key trade candidates Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, and Matthew Judon.
Here's the sad part. The man has been the general manager since 2016. Mm-hmm. They've been to the playoffs 3 times. They've lost all 3 playoff games. He's been with the organization since 2000. Started out as a scout and worked his way up. Got to give that man respect for that. But here we are, 25 years later, from him starting out as a scout at the Miami Dolphins. And this team is nosediving, and he the first to go. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That's all I'm trying to say. It just does. I don't like it. Again, this is a success-oriented business. You can't fault the decision on the part of Stephen Ross, okay? If you Stephen Ross and you insisted that they draft Tua instead of Justin Herbert, guess what? You need to get from that microphone and own some culpability as well. Yeah. All right? But I just find it hard to stomach that watching these dudes, that we sit up here and we look at Mike McDaniel still having the job as the head coach. I just find it hard to stomach.
Breaking news out of the NFL, the Miami Dolphins and general manager Chris Greer have agreed to part ways, according to our own Adam Schefter. More on that in a little bit. But first, we get Patrick Mahomes against Josh Allen Sunday in Buffalo. Who wins and what impact will this showdown have